Hi, algebra. Miss you guys. I wish we were in school in a regular class, but we're not. So I'm on page 10 today. I'm going to do 2 problems, and just to reiterate, go over some key things. Khan Academy. Those assignments were just to keep you guys going, do a little bit of review, practice. They cannot hurt your grade at all. If you did them, I would like to put in a nice participation grade to bump up your third quarter average from what it was when you left. If you didn't, your third quarter average stays as is. It's fine. Okay, so hopefully that eases any anxiety we have about that. Now, this week is all about getting caught up on Unit 10. When I say caught up, we started solving by factoring when we left. Now I'm doing solving by completing the square. You should have already seen a video this week where I did solving by completing the square. The next 2 days are going to be dedicated to quadratic formula. Once we do that, we'll know how to solve quadratics. Factoring, completing the square, quadratic formula. And then all of the algebra teachers will be on the same page starting Monday. Okay, so Monday, March 30th, all of the algebra students across the board, same thing. You're going to get videos from another teacher. She's going to take over for a little while making some videos. And you're going to get a new packet. All of algebra is going to be on the same page starting Monday. This week, it's just a little bit of, teachers kind of tying up loose ends from where we left off. Okay, completing the square. Here we go. I'm doing problems 3 and 4 on this page. I think those are the harder problems, and then I'll let you guys do 1 and 2 on your own, and then you can check with the answer key. Here we go. Completing the square. X is on one side, number that's by itself constant on the other side. Here's the other thing that we haven't gotten to yet. You cannot complete the square with a number there other than 1. So the additional step for this page is that whatever A is, you're gonna have to divide everything by A before you start completing the square. So just divide it out. One, 2, 8. And now we complete the square the same way I was doing it on the other pages. I'm going to take half of the B. I'm going to square it. 1 squared is 1. Lots of people like to say 2 there. And then I'm going to add that to both sides. That is the number that makes the perfect square trinomial. Whatever I do to one side, I have to do to the other side. Why did we go through that whole mess? Because our whole goal is to solve for x. And this can now be written, I feel like the green is not dark enough. Let me look for the red. This is a perfect square trinomial. This can be written as x plus half of that is 1. That's useful because a square root undoes a square. Don't forget your plus or minus. I almost forgot it. Don't forget your plus or minus. Oh, I hope this part is in the video. If it's a perfect square, I gotta check. Make sure, yes. If it's a perfect square, you just take the square root and then finish solving. Now, I'm not leaving my answer like that. I'm actually going to do -1 plus 3 because those are nice rational numbers. So -1 plus 3 is 2, and -1 minus 3 is -4. I just actually computed what those numbers are. And I have 2 answers. What does that mean? That means if I plug 2 into the original makes it true, makes it equal. If I plug -4 into the original, it makes it true, makes it equal. Okay. The next one, we have to divide by 1/2. That's okay. Also, I forgot to say that this is like set up in terms of x is on this side, number on that side. What I don't want is to start completing the square with 1/2 there. So I'm gonna divide. Now, that's gonna give me a 1, that's why I did that. This you would type into your calculator, okay? -6 divided by parentheses, 1 divided by 2, close parentheses. You're gonna get 12. Here we're gonna get 32. Because when you divide by 1/2, it's like multiplying by 2. Now I'm ready to complete the square. I've got number on that side, x on this side, 1 right there. B, cut it in half. I know I'm writing small. 6, square it, 36. 36 is the magic number that I add to make it a perfect square trinomial. Gotta stop using that green one because I think it's too light. So this says x squared minus 12x plus 36. That can be factored to x minus 6 squared. All right, I think somebody's up from nap. So I've got to hustle through this problem here. I got a 68 on this side. Square root both sides. Don't forget your plus or minus. X minus 6 equals plus or minus square root of 68. Add the 6 to both sides. What's nice about a video is if I am going too fast, you can rewind it. You can watch it again. Now we need to simplify the square root of 68. So you go to your calculator, 68 divided by x, table, look for the biggest perfect square. The biggest perfect square is 4, not very big. And it goes into it 17 times, yes. That's my answer. I can't do what I did here because I'm left with the square root in there. So one of my answers is 6 plus 2 square root of 17. The other answer is 6 minus 2 square root of 17. They happen to be irrational numbers. That's okay. Not irrational. Yes, irrational. Irrational numbers. That's okay. Those are what solves that quadratic. Okay, I have to cut this video off now. I'll probably come back to do a little bit of page 11 just to practice factoring. After I do that, then we're on to quadratic formula, and then we'll be caught up, okay? All right, hope everybody's doing well. Put questions for me in Google Classroom so that I know what you have questions on. Bye.